Hard-hitting sports in your face. Now, unless you are a Miami Dolphin fan that has been living under a very large rock, you know that Miami Dolphin slot receiver Jarvis Landry is up for a contract. The man has thoroughly outplayed his rookie contract. I think he's only being paid about $800,000. He's carried a pretty large workload for us, and I personally do think that he deserves to be paid. Before this season, I had him about the 5 to 7 million mark, right around where Julian Edelman was. But touchdowns are king to me, and after having a 9 TD season, I do feel like he is worthy of that 8 to 10 million mark. I think once you go past that 10 million mark is when you start talking about number one receivers. I think complimentary receivers shouldn't pass that $10 million mark, and that's just my opinion. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion, but that's just the way that I feel. And I've come up with a couple different solutions for this issue, and I wanted to throw them at all of the Dolphin fans out there and see what you guys think about them. My first solution, and this is just something I was thinking about. If you're gonna pay Jarvis Landry $14 million, which is it's number one receiver money. If you're gonna pay him that much money, you're gonna pay him $14 million. Then what needs to happen is he needs to be the number one receiver. When Doug Baldwin had that just breakout season and he got that $14 million or whatever he's making, 11, a little bit over the complimentary receiver mark, then what ended up happening is he got out of the slot. He became the number one receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. And if that's what you're going to do with Jarvis Landry, then he needs to be the number one receiver. And then you need to start talking with Devontae Parker, figuring out what's going on with that. Devontae Parker, while he has not been very productive in his seasons here, has attracted the better opposition. There's no doubt about it. If you watch the film, you sit back and you watch the Patriot game, you see him go one-on-one with Gilmore most of the day. If we would have played the Jacksonville Jaguars, which it don't really matter, but I guarantee you, A.J. Boyd would have been on Devontae Parker. You saw Tre'Davious White lining up a lot versus Devontae Parker. He draws, because of his size and his speed and his ability, even though he's not producing, he's still drawing the better opposition. Whereas Jarvis Landry is often covered by the third, the fourth cornerback on the roster, or the linebacker, or safety. And then when they do double team him, they double team him with the linebacker and the third or fourth best corner, while the better corners are outside playing those outside guys. For example, when we played the Patriots, Gilmore was on Parker. You had Butler, who shadowed Kenny Stills all around the field, even into the slot. And then you had Jonathan Jones, number 31, was guarding Jarvis Landry. When we played the Steelers last year, Bud Dupree, the linebacker, was guarding Jarvis Landry. You don't do that shit to number one receivers. That's a lack of respect. And the reason why there's a lack of respect there is because Jarvis Landry scares nobody vertical. Nobody's worried about him vertical. His elite, the thing that he does elite, is when he catches a ball and gets in the open field. He's a running back in the open field, which that brings up another thing, another option I think the Dolphins have. Kenyon Drake is our only in-cement stone running back right now. If you give Jarvis Landry $14 million, I think it would make a lot of sense to have him carry the ball 14 times, 15 times a game, and be that second running back to Kenyon Drake. I know that sounds off the wall, but Jarvis Landry would make a hell of a running back. I will go on record right now. If Jarvis Landry put on 15 pounds, or not even 15, let's say he put on 10 pounds, and I think he weighs like 214 and went up to like 220, 225, he would be an amazing running back because he runs the ball with an attitude. he runs like a running back. He doesn't separate like a receiver. He separates like a running back. You know what I mean? So I think that would be fantastic. And of course, the other option would be to let him go and then bring somebody else to slot him in the slot. I think the slot is the most easily replaceable receiver on the field. Every team has 2 and 3 small, slow guys with decent hands. They're all over. The Patriots have a roster full of them. Amendola, Hogan, Edelman. That's all they have. You know what I mean? So you can find that guy you can find that guy in the draft late. But I would not like to see 9 touchdowns walk out of the door. And next year, teams are going to really, really be keen on Jarvis Landry in the red zone. They're going to prepare for that. Teams have a whole season to see how we schemed him. So that little shovel pass, team's going to be watching for that shit now. That'll leave a tight end wide open. That'll leave Parker or Steele wide open because they're going to be keying on Jarvis Landry more now that he's proven to be a better red zone target. So that'll give opportunities to other players. And with Tannehill, who has a better deep ball and better ball placement than Cutler, you'll see the offense open up. That's if Tannehill can stay healthy. And if not Tannehill, you got here. I would draft my rookie there. I would love to see Mayfield come here. But anyway, man, that's a different topic for a different video. But those are my 3 options for the Dolphins. 1, pay him 14, make him your number 1 receiver. Slide him outside. He's your number 1 receiver. Because I don't think you can sign Jarvis Landry for 14 and then have Parker come back and be the number 1 receiver. To me, that doesn't make sense. The other option is to pay him the 14 and then utilize him everywhere. Utilize him as the backup to Kenyon Drake. Have him run some and give him 14, 15 carries a game. I think you can justify it if you're doing that. And then, of course, the last option, which is the option no Dolphin fan wants to see, man, is to let him go. Which, if they let him go, if they don't get anything for him, I'm going to be pissed. Because they had an opportunity to get a 2nd-round draft pick at the trade deadline, and they didn't. They whipped. Anyway, man, those are my options. Those are my thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this. Jarvis Landry, what do you think the Dolphins should do? I'm out.